Hello, 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 hello. Quick little video today about Wild Thing. Yeah, so just on a practice involving Wild Thing in a more dynamic way, but I feel it's a posture that really we can take a lot of time to sit with it, to break it down, because it is not a traditional posture or a classical posture at all. It's more of a modern vinyasa thing, but it's a great progression when it comes to deeper backbends such as wheel pose, yeah, and getting used to the body being inverted in a backbend as well, upside down. And I feel like it must be proven that when you go upside down, you suddenly get like 50% stupider or something. So all of these little backbend cues that we might be able to apply in a bow pose, or a cobra pose, suddenly we take them into a wild thing. We invert, we flip the body, and logic seems to go out the window at first. Yeah, so learning to have an element of awareness of the body, proprioception, and then this real soft control over this gentle unfurling of the spine of the body. It's a really beautiful feeling. And when I'm teaching classes, rarely I actually put Wild Thing in because it is a posture that we often throw in, Wild Thing if it's in your practice. And I don't think a few seconds really does the benefits, the potential benefits of this pose any justice. Yeah, so today we're going to go through just like a quick little warm-up sequence to prep the spine a little bit if you are cold. And then we'll spend some time with Wild Thing. Yeah. And one of the main movements that I find really, really helpful and feel very good, very juicy when it comes to backbends is coiling and twisting. So often we're, bending forwards, bending back, bending forwards, bending back, and then we do like maybe some twists in between. But this action of a controlled coil coming up into a back bend, that the opportunity that you get in Wild Thing, because it is just one side, it's a really organic yet strengthening kind of feeling that when done with conscious awareness, right, it's very supportive to the nervous system too. You can kind of lift up into the pose to wherever suits you for the day. Whatever shoulder story you might have going on, hip story, upside down story. The coiling aspect, allows for this rinsing and strength in the spine, but also this openness and mobility as you slowly progress deeper into the pose over time. Over time. So, Wild Thing is definitely like a pose of patience, pose of patience and dedication, and doing the simple things really well, and just enjoying it for whatever it is today. Yeah. Let's get started. So, on your mat, wherever you are, comfortable standing position. Yeah, feet. Let's go wider than the hips, toes in, heels out, arms at ribcage height, and we just start to twist. Yeah. Twist, 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 twist. Now keep the hips still, but just the upper body. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. See if you can pull the front ribs in. Front ribs in, so we're not popping out. Yeah. 5. Front ribs in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Twist to one side and hold. Now scoop the tail under, front rib cage in, and turn left chest to the right chest as much as you can. For 5, 4, front ribs in. 3, turn the chest. 2, 1, back through center, and you guessed, other side. Okay, the hips want to twist, but keep them parallel. Front ribs in, cinch the lower waist. Right chest to the left chest twist. Or whichever side. Just turn the chest. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, release, arms up. One hand to the side bend. Come back through center, arms up. Side bend, other side. Good, continue. 10, 9, 8, 7, come on. 6, get those obliques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold one side, side bend. Now, soften the knees, scoop the tail, cinch the lower waist, and then coil heart towards the ceiling. Okay, but keep the front ribs soft. 5, 4, 3. Lengthen the spine as much as you can, much as you can. 2, 1. Center. Ooh, outside. Scoop the tail, cinch the waist, turn the chest. 5, stretch the arm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Center, release, roll the shoulders. Good. Mat, downward facing dog. Make the arms and legs really strong, really strong. Pull the front rib cage in. Look between the thighs, but stick the tailbone up. 5, 4, 3, heels heavy. 2, 1. High plank. Chaturanga, lie down. Okay, fingertips either side of the mat, if you can see. Feet mat width apart, point the toes. Okay, make the inner legs strong. Scoop the tailbone, cinch the waist, and then press into the finger pads. Modified cobra. Crack the heart up. Oh, yeah, crack the heart up. It can be quite an aggressive lift. Good. Pull the shoulders to the lower back and create space in the neck. Ooh. Exhale, come back down. Okay, lift and lower for 10. You might go really slow. You might go Speedy Gonzalez here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to the mat. Cactus the right arm. Bend the left knee and roll over. Okay. But just go slow. Just go slow. Shoulders towards the lower back. Lift the heart towards the chin. For 3, 2, 1. Back to the belly. Cactus, left arm. Bend the right knee and little twist. Just until you feel this lengthening in the front of the pectoral. 3. Push with your other hand. 2. And 1. Good. Come back through center. Hands under the shoulders. Downward dog. Press back. Alrighty, nice, slow, controlled, strong spinal wave. Lift to the toes. High plank. Round into the upper back. Okay, we're going towards upward dog. Arms stay straight. Toes remain tucked, but hips go forward. Shoulders back, chest up. Chin up. Okay, come back the way you came. Chin to the chest. Round into the upper back first. Middle back, lower back. And then back to downward dog. It's pretty strong. Go again. As many breaths as you need. So this one we're really warming up through not only the back body, but strengthening the front body. Two sides of the torso, just like one spine. Front of the body, like the front of your spine. Back of the body, back of the spine. Continue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Lift the toes, drop the heels to the right. Okay, side plank, stack the feet, left arm over the head. Side plank not for you today. Lower the bottom knee down and take the left arm over the head. Yeah, modified. Wherever you are, cinch the lower waist. Lift the heart to the chin. For 5, 4, good. Energize the arms. Energize the inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Change. Other side, heels to the left. Side plank. Okay. Stretch the limbs, but hug back to the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank. Lower the knees. Forearms to the ground. Okay, last little one, forearm plank. Making the front body just as active. Okay. Option tuck the toes, lift the knees. Now scoop the tailbone, create space in the lower back. Cinch the lower waist, heart forward. Lift the chest away from the ground and pull the shoulders to your lower back. For 10, 9, 8, cinch the lower waist, front ribs in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Walk the hands back. Good. Interlace the fingers. And circle the wrists. Okay. Nice and loosey-goosey. Change direction. And shake. Beautiful. Alrighty, tabletop. We start to work with this twisting or coiling motion. Okay? Kickstand, left foot out to the left, and extend the right leg back. And you're coming into a supported side plank once again. Hand to the back of the head. Inhale, turn the chest up, right elbow up. Exhale, coil, okay, little hinge or bend at the waist. Elbow to elbow, twist down as much as you can. Inhaling, open. Heart to the ceiling. Exhaling, close. Continue. And as you open the chest, can you maintain this scoop of the tailbone, the cinch of the waist, while still lifting the heart towards the chin? There's still that front body engagement. Breath into the sides of the rib cage, creating space. Okay, grip the mat with the left hand. Energize through the inner left arm. And keep lifting the heart away from the left shoulder. Okay, make that left shoulder joint spacious. Last one. Curl the heart open and stay. Scoop the tail, cinch the waist, and extend the rib cage up and away from the pelvis. Very nice. Tabletop. Ooh, that feels phenomenal. Other side. Tell you what, if you've been sitting at a desk for most of the day. This is one of the best things you can possibly do. Hand to the back of the head, coil open, and coil close. Open, close. Continue. The tuck of the tailbone, the cinch of the waist, the cracking or the lifting of the back of the heart up towards the chin. Good. Inhale, open and stay. Now, if you're quite flexible in the elbows, you might have a tendency to hyperextend or to lock. Okay, keep a softness or a buoyancy in the elbow joint, but energize the fingertips and then squeeze the muscles of your arms to the bones. Use the muscles rather than the bones themselves. 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. Ooh. Forward and back, little rocks. Tabletop, okay, tuck the toes, and just little hover of the knees. Regain control of the core, cinch the lower waist, navel towards the heart. And come back down. Sit down, interlace the palms, and relax the wrists. Okay, so now moving in towards an actual wild thing. We're going from a floor progression, yeah, rather than transitioning through something like downward facing dog. So, in saying that, downward facing dog, shift the weight to the toes, high plank, drop the heels to the right, side plank. Okay, from side plank straight away, left foot steps behind the body, bend the knees, and sit down. So now you're facing the back of your mat. Okay, this is a really great way to get strong and really aware of your body in the pose. Like I said, when we go upside down, we get about 50% more stupid. So this is a great way at just coming in and coming out. Now here's this coiling motion once again. Press into the feet, lift the hips, okay? Send the weight into the toes and peel that seated heel up. Let me move so you can actually see. Yeah? Peel the heel up. So now your weight is pretty much resting on the heel. Okay? Look towards the top hand, right hand. Spread the fingertips, grip the ground. Okay? Left hand to the back of the head. Now, coiling motion, turn the chest down towards the mat to start. Press into the feet, and with the inhale, hips go up first. Stretch the elbow towards the top of the mat and twist, turn. Open, open, open. Chest coils up. Look down to the ground to come back. Twist down. Rebend the knees and sit. Hips back onto that left heel. Okay, so coiling down, open up, coil down, sit back. We go again. Inhale. Lift, open. Exhale, twist down and sit. Okay, the weight comes back off of the shoulder once you sit down. A little bit of a break. Yeah? Opening and closing. Fast or as slow as you like. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, high plank. Heels to your left, right foot behind, and sit down. So notice if anything becomes quite painful, tense, or tight when you're doing a lot of repetitions of things. And give yourself permission to actually pull back from that. Maybe not go to your maximum, but think, how can I do this more intelligently? How can I do this in a way that lets me still breathe and maintain a sense of full body awareness, compared to thinking, this pose gives me shoulder pain. Not the pose, yeah? How are you doing the pose? And it's your ability in your practice to modify the pose exactly as you need, but know that you can still make it really strong without compromising the body too, yeah? So left hand top of the mat, feet flat, send the hips towards the back, and peel that right heel up, yeah? Hand to the back of the head, coil the chest down, use the elbow, press into the feet, lift up. Okay, cinch the lower waist, heart to the chin, turn the chest, and when you reach the edge, coil back down. Okay, continue. Don't lose the activation in the lower core. Keep cinching at the waist, and instead of popping the ribs out, ribs, back of the heart lifts up towards the chin. Yeah, create length, length and strength. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. High plank. Knees down. And sit hips back to the heels. Interlace the palms. And circle. Okay. Very last little exercise. And this is taking wild thing from downward dog. And often if you're in a class, you'll hear, okay, downward dog, 3-legged dog, 1 leg up, scorpion tail, bend the knee. And from that position, you have the option to flip into a wild thing. Now, this is quite compromising on the shoulders, especially. And it's just often a really challenging way to actually feel the full benefits of the pose. So here is an alternative option that you can take that I find is a lot more strengthening, stabilizing, but allows you to go into that wild thing, into a deeper range, a deeper expression, because you're able to set your body, your hand, your shoulder placement up to fully support you in maintaining that wild thing, if that makes sense. Okay. So instead of going straight from downward dog, we're going to go from high plank. Yeah. So inhale, high plank, roll it forward. Drop the heels to the right. Okay. Left foot steps behind the body and straight away bend into the knees, back off the hand and sit the hips towards the heel. Yeah. So we're starting from this crouching coil. We look down towards the ground, hand to the back of the head. I like this to help open the chest. And from here, lift up. Coil, twist, turn. Okay? And eventually, if you feel open enough, you can extend the arm. Yeah. Maybe even one, both hands towards the ground. And to come back, we turn the chest towards the mat first, coil down, maybe back off, yeah, and then press into the feet, downward facing dog. Yeah, second side. Give it a go. High plank. Heels to the left. Right foot steps behind. Bend into the knees, back off. Look down, coil down. So concave or create tightness. And in that tightness, we spin into expansion. Okay. And you go to the point that the shoulder allows you to go. Stay there and explore, experiment. If you've got a spin in the hand, maybe both palms down. To come back, look down, coil, rebend, downward facing dog. Lift to the toes, lower the knees back to the mat. So, yeah, if both hands don't get down to the mat, don't stress. It requires a slightly different technique of a twist of the hand of the wrist, but just the strength of lowering down first before coming up into the pose actually gives you this really sustainable strength to start exploring more options in your wild thing, like both hands down, like full wheel, things like that. So I really, really hope that's somewhat of interest. If you want to put this into practice, I'll link a full hour backbend flow in the caption below. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and have the most amazing rest of your day. Yeah.